And to make our status even more dire, the consequences of that sin is death. We deserve death in this life, and we also...
Esta es una nueva actualización sobre el ministerio del pastor John MacArthur. Les habla Claudio desde Argentina. Voy a estar actualizando lo que ha pasado este domingo 29 de enero del 2023 allí en la iglesia del pastor John MacArthur. Antes de ver quién predicó, quién reemplazó al pastor John MacArthur, vamos a ver qué dijo Tom Patton, que MacArthur continúa descansando.
As Pastor John continues to rest, we have with us tonight Abner Chow, who is not only the president of the...
Nathan Busenitz fue quien reemplazó esta vez en el púlpito al pastor John MacArthur y predicó allí en el libro de Marcos capítulo 2. Su sermón se tituló como el Gran Milagro.
Please take your Bibles and turn back to Mark chapter 2, the passage that Tom read for us this morning. Mark chapter 2, verses 1 to 17 will be our text this morning.
En su introducción, el pastor Nathan va a hacer la pregunta: ¿cuál es el mayor problema de la humanidad? Y aquí el pastor Nathan cita el comentario del pastor MacArthur, en este caso sobre Marcos capítulo 2.
In his commentary on this passage, our pastor begins with a compelling question, and that question is this: what is mankind's greatest problem? Well, the answer, of course, is sin. As human beings, our greatest problem is that we are sinners. We have fallen short of God's perfect standard. We have violated His holiness. We have transgressed His law. And to make our status even more dire, the consequence of that sin is death. We deserve death in this life, and we also are worthy of eternal death in the life to come. Like condemned criminals before a righteous judge, we stand guilty before the law, and the punishment, the penalty for our sin is death. So it would be right to give that answer, that the greatest problem mankind has is sin.
Entonces el pastor Nathan dice que es una buena respuesta a la pregunta de cuál es el mayor problema de la humanidad, y es el pecado, y eso es cierto, es verdad. Pero Nathan dice que MacArthur continúa su comentario para señalar que el mayor problema de la humanidad no es simplemente el pecado, sino el pecado no perdonado. Así que veamos cómo continúa para finalizar el pastor Nathan Busenitz.
But Pastor John goes on in his commentary to point out that humanity's greatest problem is not merely sin, but rather unforgiven sin. Unforgiven sin. After all, both heaven and hell are populated with people who were sinners in this life. What distinguishes those two groups? It is that those in heaven have been forgiven and those in hell have not. So humanity's greatest problem then is unforgiven sin, which means that our greatest need is divine forgiveness. And it is that theme of divine forgiveness that permeates our passage this morning here in the first half of Mark chapter 2.